welcome to this Gamerzclass live session. In this session, I'm going to be going over two games, analysing them that me and Jambu, two pros, played against each other. I'm going to be looking through them, trying to give specific feedback on the games, looking at mistakes I made, possibly that Jambu made, things we did well, and yeah, just a general gameplay analysis. I've done this for lots of people over the years, and a lot of interesting things can come up in these. And if you've got any specific questions for this, then it's great to be part of the live sessions. Let us know in the Discord, join them if you've got any feedback or anything you want to know. We'll get into the game. So we're just playing a classic match. I do out-team Jambu a bit, so I'll say that before Jambu says it himself anyway. Okay, you can see my beautiful stadium. I've got the Brazil badge. I think it's the yellow and blue stadium. Seat paint. You have to let us know what you guys have for your stadium. These are games that me and Jambu played earlier, so we're just analysing them, Dave. So this pass here, this was a pretty bad pass by me, this. So a pretty solid build-up from the kickoff. Kickoffs on FIFA tend to be a really good opportunity to score. A lot of pros would agree on this, that generally from kickoff, it just seems like the defence don't switch on quite as quick. More crazy stuff seems to happen. So from kickoff, you want to make the most of it. And here, this is just a silly pass because if you look, those players, let's say they're represented by the circles, they're so close to each other. Jambu's controlling Sanchez, so Jambu's in the blue, I'm in the Brazil kit. It's just a stupid pass. I probably should have taken another touch there, done a long pass up there. I could have gone backwards, I could have played it to Neymar, had a bit more space, but it's just a silly way to give the ball away. Like, against pros as well, you can't really risk giving the ball away so cheaply because you might not see it back for a long time, and it applies at any level, no matter if you're in Division 10, Division 1, you're a top 100 player, you're a pro player, you're a gold 3, silver, whatever rank you are. Giving the ball away cheaply is just something that doesn't need to be done. One of the best ways to improve at FIFA is simply put just playing safer. By playing safe I don't mean just time waste, but I mean playing safer passes, keeping the ball back. You love to see it, Dave. So here, I'm using the offside trap to try push my team up a bit. It can be a bit risky. You have to be careful. I wouldn't do the offside trap in these positions if you think there's a chance they could get a through ball. Jambu, the dosser, he's in the stream now. So here, what I really probably should be doing is right stick switching that way. So up and right to get to Van Dijk and then to Zidane or Vieira. I should be trying to get my CDMs or centre mids, because I played 4-4-2, not the variation with the CDMs. I should be trying to get them into position, because on this game one of the things I've really noticed is they just don't really seem to switch on or do a lot if you don't switch to them, so you need to get them into position. The game can be quite hard, Snowman, but I'm here to help. Okay, so here you can see I've got Vieira. I'm trying to just keep Vieira in this pocket space. Zidane's just walking around, not doing a lot. So he's literally just walking around, so you really have to focus on switching to these guys quick and stopping this constantly happening when they're not doing anything. So there, I've got Zidane. I'm doing the offside trap, I'm pushing up, trying to make it harder for someone to get through me. That was a bit of a risky offside trap. If you're struggling with keeping possession in the midfield, generating easy chances in the final third, a lot of that just comes from not playing silly passes, going for 1-2s. Watch here, not just how I'm defending, but watch how Jambu in this attack, he's keeping the ball, he's not doing anything stupid, he's working it. He kind of mixes the tempo. So he plays slow, then he plays fast at different times. It keeps me on my toes, makes it a bit harder to defend. So there, we're going to watch that goal back. See here, at this point, he's just going back and forth, back and forth. It's a bit boring for me, and I'm kind of thinking, when's he going to do something? Then he catches me out with really quick attack. This is literally what I was on about. So there, quick, little back heel, pass, quick. Great play by Jambu. I thought my defender maybe could have got it, but Jambu had gone from playing really slow to really quick all of a sudden. Mixing the tempo up like that is a great way of scoring a goal that a lot of people don't really do enough on FIFA. They just play at one tempo. It just makes it way too easy for your opponent. I don't think he sent the run. I don't think Jambu really uses the creative runs too much at the moment. He might have used an L1 run though. Okay, so you see here, I'm trying to do 1-2s. At first, I thought this was this was a good option. Yeah, so I used L1 on it. Yeah. So a nice 1-2. At this point, Zidane looks like he might have the run on him. But this is an area that people don't do enough, and I fell foul of this here. When you've got someone running through, you need to look at who they're against. If that had been Mbappe against Renato Sanchez, maybe you can play it. If that's Zidane against Busquets, so Busquets with like 40 less pace, I can play it. But you have to be really careful. If you don't look at the matchup, you end up doing what I do and giving the ball away. It's just too easy for Jambu. Okay, good defending by me. One of the things that Jambu does more than me, he's a bit more active oppressor, so he makes it a bit harder for me to make chance in the final third. But he also dives in a bit, which can lead to chances as well. So I try to exploit that with 1-2s. So here, in this type of position, I'm looking, especially with Neymar, who's a very good dribbler. He's got the 5-star weak foot. He's got lots of skill moves. I'm going to look for quick left stick turns, quick skill move to try to open something up. Here, he's just defending very well. He's switching constantly. So in my mind, I'm just trying to quickly move the ball like that in little triangles, trying to move it about very quickly to make it harder for Jambu to defend. I think there, if we look, so it's good build up here. When I get in this position, I think I should have just shot. If we look there, Zidane has really good shooting, and from there, I probably either should play a through ball and see what happens, or just power up a finesse, because Zidane's capable of scoring from there. I just turn back into him and just make it a bit easy for him. Okay, here Jambu's countered very quick. Do you see how there I switched to Van Dijk and I just covered that run in behind? If you don't cover these runs in behind, you're going to give up a lot of easy goals on this game, because most of the danger on this game, especially on counterattacks, is from pace, runs in behind. So many people don't mark the runs manually, and it's just one easy through ball. And a lot of people have really quick players at this point of the game already. Okay, there. I dove in trying to think there against Jambu that I didn't think he would pass it quick enough, but he's caught me out there. I shouldn't really dive in like that unless I know I'm going to get the ball. Diving in, if it's calculated and you're 100% sure, fantastic. If you're not like that, then that was just stupid from me. Okay, here you can see I'm not running down straight away with Desai because I don't want to completely commit and then just leave him like these 4 men. Like Jambu's got a lot of men overloading me here. There, quick switch to Mendy. I think Jambu himself would say he probably should have taken a touch. In that position, if I was Jambu, it's obviously easy in hindsight compared to in the moment. He's probably better to take a touch, because if he takes a touch that way, it's unlikely that I would have dove in on Mendy. And then he gets more time to think, does he pass there, does he pass there, does he run and shoot? As this position, I just tried to switch and quickly cover that pass up there and managed to get away with it. Okay, I'm just trying to do quick 1-2s, get up the pitch, counter-attack. Soon as I see that, So I've got like a little gap. I know Zidane's got the ability to pass it behind. I'm going to do this quick here and get in behind against him. You can see there, I've got a few men over now. It's good defending by Jambu there. I feel like maybe it's a foul, but those don't get given at all on this game, so you can be pretty safe with it. I was trying to get there and do a scoop turn. Scoop turn's a fantastic way in the box when you're kind of tight to a defender to just spin off them and shoot, but Jambu managed to defend it well. See there, that through ball down the line. I'm trying not to dive in too much here, but just try not give him an easy pass across. And I end up doing that. Pretty insane block. I did manually do it, but Jambu, I'm sure, would have been annoyed not to score that. See there. I think I've got unlucky there. Like, I feel like that pass there, Van Dijk probably should block. Sometimes it happens. Maybe I could have stepped a bit close to him, but I feel that's pretty unlucky. In this position here, I tried to kind of cover there. And then when he beats the keeper, you can see there, I've seen him pass, great pass by Jambu. I know that if he shoots there, he's probably going to block it, or the keeper will probably get it. So I tried to cover there. Obviously, it's very quick on-the-fly reactions. Probably still get a bit lucky, because a lot of the time those don't even get blocked still. Again, a weird Megs there. This one I feel probably would have got blocked if it was on target. Here, you should just be trying to not give them anything too easy. Again, I feel like that shouldn't really be going through my defender's legs. In this position here, I'm not worried about Mbappe going there, because I feel, one, it's his weak foot, and two, I could just switch to Van Dijk and tackle him. I'm more worried about his right foot, and I feel if he shoots there, I think Desai probably blocks it anyway. See here, I'm just trying to stretch him, trying to make lots of options here. There, I think in that type of position, I should just through ball that. I should just through ball that to Mbappe. Yeah, Mbappe, if he'd have shot his weak foot, it would have been blocked by the Van Dijk. Okay, there, great through ball. This is one of the reasons I like the 4-4-2, that if you use it right, the left mid, right mid can tuck in, and you can make lots of overloads, and by that I mean where you just get too many attackers for them and get a good chance. I feel there, maybe I didn't put enough power on it, but it just didn't seem to hit a very good shot. In this game, I was using the 4-4-2, Jambu was using the 4-2-3-1. They don't look that dissimilar in game, I don't think, with the way we were playing. Personally playing them, I don't really use the Elastico too often. One thing I did there that you can use pretty consistently on this game is the shielding. The shielding works pretty well on this FIFA. I think that you have to be careful if you think around the box where there's a bit more space, but in that position it works fine. It's just a good way of protecting the ball and giving myself a bit more time to get out. Trying to do offside trap here. I'm just trying to get lots of men covering this danger area, and if he looks like he's got someone out wide, then we'll just, as much as possible, try to block it. Again, I don't really know how that's not got. It feels like on this FIFA, one of the reasons it's hard to defend is because tackles and interceptions just don't seem to work a lot of the time. One of the things I do a lot is I hold jockey around the box, try and make it so I slow my player down. There. This was key. I pressed L1 to switch to the man who had this above his head. When that was above his head there, it makes a big difference because as soon as I switch, I managed to step in. If I didn't switch there, he probably scores. Good tackle by Marcel. In the 4-4-2, the way I try and make my centre mids relevant is just lots of 1-2s. I think it's exclamation formation, Dave, on here. That running fake shot there works amazing. There I was trying to cancel. I didn't think I was going to get through. But the running fake shot angle, let's go back to it. There, when you're super tight to the defender, you almost just glitch through them. That's a really good trick to do. It shouldn't happen, Jimmy, I agree. But it does. Like, it's crazy on this game. It was the same on FIFA 20. The running fake shot, if you can utilise that on the wings, especially with quick players like Mbappe, who also have a bit of strength about them, it is pretty amazing. That might have even been Neymar. I think it was Neymar who did that running fake shot. Okay, here, like, Jambu's moving the ball quickly. I'm just trying to make it as hard as possible. Trying not to dive in, but trying to also put a bit of pressure on the ball. Because if you don't put enough pressure on the ball in this game, then they just get so much space they'll eventually score. I think this game we've got was quite a low scoring one. The second game ends up having a lot more goals. The offside trap, the key to it is not using it in a position where if they just did a through ball, they'd be on goal. I try to use it when they're going away from goal or when they're not going to expect it. It just puts more pressure on them. That was a great through ball there by Zidane. I wanted him to do a running fake shot, but he didn't seem to. Little trick there. Sometimes just putting little tricks in to catch people out work really well because people don't expect it. It just changes the angle. See, that was a silly fake shot, but I really shouldn't have been going for that. Zidane's never going to beat Varane there. See, Jambu, like, one of the ways he defends is he keeps his structure and shape, but at the same time he doesn't dive. He still puts pressure on, but he doesn't dive in too much that it causes issues for him. I just passed it to a player there who was under too much pressure. During these sessions now, I'm not going to be doing like squad reviews and talking about players, mate. It's just going to be gameplay focused. We're going to be doing one of these sessions every week with Gamerzclass on Tuesdays, 7 PM UK. Okay, let's look at the... We'll see what the halftime stats were like. So Jambu kept more of the ball, similar shots. I think he is, though, he's probably shot in better positions. So a lot of the time people look at the shots in a game and just say, oh, I had 7 shots, they had 4, I should be 2-1 up or something. Whereas it matters where the shot's from. So I think I had 2 shots from outside the box. Jambu had the goal he got, and then the one where it got blocked on the line. They're better shots. Where you shoot from is very relevant. See there from kickoff, spamming the offside trap, trying to get my team up the field. From kickoff, when my team feel like they're not really awake, I do my absolute best to try to push them up the field and make it hard for my opponent to get an easy goal. Exactly, you need your defence to wake up. Okay, see there, watch this here. Watch how I'm controlling Desai. I switch to him there and just step in. I mean, yeah, you don't want to not be shooting enough, Ollie, but it's about not shooting from bad positions. Jambu's kit's the Malmo kit, I think. I think it's just what he started with. I don't think he's bothered to change it yet. Okay, there, that was just a silly decision. That was a great switch by me. I knew as soon as he got it, he was probably going to go there to his attackers, so I switched SA and ran there. But you can't be doing tricks like that if the player's so tight to you, it's too risky. I'm not really sure what happened there, to be honest. One of the things that I like in the 4-4-2 that works really well is, as soon as you get it on the wing, do it a 1-2 pass. This is L1 plus X or LB plus A on Xbox. And you watch, as soon as Neymar passes it there, he runs that way and gets in behind. And you can stretch people out, make a lot of chances by doing that. Once Jambu was there and I was there, I should have probably faked that way, looked like I was going to do a pass or something, but not actually passed. Whereas it was just too predictable and Jambu read it well. Okay, watch here. Watch what I do when I get the ball back. As soon as Jambu gets it there, you can see I've switched from this guy to him at the bottom on the radar there. And look at the radar down here. You can see there, Jambu's player, left mid, this guy here, is probably about 5 yards close to the ball. But as soon as I see him get the ball, I know he's probably going to play that through ball. So I kind of cover it there. It's a bit risky. If the through ball went along there, there's a chance it would have beat me. But I don't think Mendy's going to have the passing to do that. So I do it, and I get the ball back. And that risk generally does pay off. I got unlucky that the ball went out, but it does work. Yeah, a lot of people struggle with that, Ollie. There, I don't really know what I could have done different. Ronaldo didn't make the pass, unfortunately. Okay, in one-on-one defending, like I try switch, move him, switch to the midfield to close the gaps. Like one-on-one defending on this game is a lot harder because of how much better tricks are. And the key is just not diving in. I do use second man press this year, but it's not particularly great. I use it because it just gets play a bit closer, but second man press is pretty much irrelevant at times this year. Okay, so there, I think here, looking back, I don't even remember what I did here. I think I should do a driven pass here, an R1X into the striker's feet. What do I do? No, I didn't do that. I was an idiot. I had him in a really good position there. Going backwards isn't the end of the world, but yeah, I ended up losing it there. Got lucky to get it back, but if you see a chance to get it into a striker's feet 1v1, it's pretty important to get it there as soon as you can, really, in my opinion. Okay, here, I should have just finessed this. I remember this. I missed this. Watch what I do. I normally do finesse it. I don't really know why I made this decision. Because this is what you want to be doing a lot of time. Playing around the midfield, and then this overload that I'm talking about in the 4-4-2. The left mid cuts inside, and quite often the fullback will push in. And you can do this here. There, just finesse it far corner, I score. Or, just as good probably, just ball roll it. Bit frustrating that it didn't go in, but bad decision by me in the end. Anyone who's just joined in the stream, welcome. We're doing a live session. By that I mean it's something we're doing in collaboration with Gamerzclass, part of their FIFA membership. Make sure you check it out. Ooh, that was good defending by me, that. Every week at 7 PM UK time, I'm going to be doing a live session. Generally, I think these live sessions are going to consist of me analysing 2 Pro v Pro friendly games. Then you can get involved in the chat and ask me some questions, gameplay related. We're not going to be doing squad reviews or which player is this. It's going to be specifically on the games I'm analysing and gameplay questions you've got. Okay, here, I shouldn't do a big touch here. Like the big touch I do there is stupid. If I'd have taken a slower touch, I could have either done a 1-2 of him or done a pass down to this guy who was in a lot of space. It's 2 between me and Jamba. Once Weekend League opens up, I'll probably start using Weekend League games from that different pros matching. Jambu was trying to take the mick there. When people slow down on the edge of the box like that with a 5-star skiller, there's a pretty good chance that they're going to try that. So just hold jockey and stand your ground. I don't often use jockey and sprint. Occasionally in this game I do, but for the most part just jockey. I don't know what Vieira were doing there. That happens a bit too much on this game. Yeah, I remember that goal. There wasn't really much I could have done about that. I'm sure I made a mistake earlier on in it, but here, this was the right thing. Just try close that down. Hope one of these guys get the ball. Just took a bad bounce. It happens. If you jockey in position, right players don't just run past you. I won't be doing the Witzel SBC. It looks decent, but I'm not a Bundesliga team and he won't be good enough for my team. To be honest, he might have played better than Vieira in some ways, but that was a poor pass by me, just forcing it. Jambu's Del Piero has been really good. The agility, see there, Jambu using the running fake shot. The ball roll inside as well is really nice. But yeah, Jambu's Del Piero has been pretty annoying to play against, and when someone's annoying to play against, that normally means they're pretty good. Yeah, Jambu's Del Piero, bit of a beast. Agility and balance don't seem to matter quite as much this year, which I like because it's been really good because it's allowed a lot more players to use because the dribbling stat matters more. We might do a mix, Ollie. I think we might have a mix of games. We might do it in the future where different people who are part of the Gamerzclass FIFA membership submit the games, and then if they're willing, I can analyse them on stream for questions. I think here I've gone team press to try and get the ball off Jambu a bit quicker. Good defending by Desai. Desai is a bit of an animal, honestly. He's amazing. Just feels like a better Varane, to be honest. I should have through balled in there. I just didn't expect it to open. One of the important things that you should be doing on FIFA is using width. Width is really good on this game, especially without paces to stretch people out. How does my plan change when I go 2-0 down? I try my absolute best when I go 2-0 down to still attack in a similar way, just a bit more urgent, not quite as slow in the midfield, and then I'll try go team press. Team press is crazy again on this game, and I make sure that I have a constant pressure tactic, so when the team press runs out I can still use it. This one annoyed me, man. This was great build-up. Like, this is what I'm saying. I don't change how I'm attacking completely. I still try, build up, pick the players out. I hate that software, it does that. But here, like, great play. Mbappe, I just want him to hit it there. And it normally goes in. And Jambu's got incredibly lucky. And it's been blocked. If that was on target, I don't think it's blocked. Jambu will claim it was world class, I'm sure. Yeah, the blocks on this game are pretty crazy. It was on Mbappe's left foot, but on this game, those normally go in generally. I've hit a lot of those shots and they're pretty consistent. There, that's just Vieira's not good enough on the turn to play. That's my fault, but it's the last minute. I'm just trying to get forward. Desai, what a beast. Okay. That's the first game. So, Jambu here played well, took his chances better. I feel like the last one probably should have gone in. But Jambu still would have won. He had a few other chances that could have gone in. But this game shows, like, if you don't make the right decisions in front of... It's one of the things that separates pros often. Decision making in front of goal. It's not that often that a pro will get completely shut out against someone and just not get a chance. But like, when I got my chance, I didn't use the finesse. I didn't open up my body and hit the right shot and ended up getting punished for it. Okay, let's go to my next game. Jambu, second game. If you thought that was a Jambu masterclass, Gareth, you're about to see a Zelboy masterclass. Spoiler. Okay, so you see from kick-off, a lot of the time, I'll go backwards, obviously, and then I'll try my best to go forward as soon as I see an opportunity. That one was just stupid, but I got away with it. I don't really get in that position, and why I went for it, to be honest. Okay, first time through balls like that Jambu went for. They're pretty hard to play. I think as the game advances and we start to get higher rated fullbacks who have better passing, you can do them a bit more, but at this point they're a bit inconsistent. That Renato Sanchez is insane, by the way. I'm not sure what his price is right now, but there you go. That's an insane pass. It's like Perla. See here, I try kind of, if there's no one else around, so you can see in this whole area, there's no one else for Mbappe to be supported by. I double up, I 2v1 him because I want to put him under pressure. If there was a few other men here, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be overcommitting. But I tried double up and make it a bit harder. It's good dribbling by Jambu keeping the ball. See, I was second man pressing there, getting him to come out a bit. Kind of controlling the edge of my box here with Zidane. Vieira did really well though. Vieira didn't do very well in the first game, but he stepped up a bit more this game. See there? I used the radar. I couldn't physically see that on the pitch. When you've got counterattacks, if it's something that can help take your game to the next level, quickly looking at the radar and just seeing where your team are. You can see there at the bottom it's faint, but that's where the two men are. And watch how the pass makes. Players with high vision as well, like Zidane, are really good for it. It just helped start a nice counter-attack. One of my favourite goals I've scored this FIFA. So it starts there. I see he's brought his Mendy across. Quickly pass it inside. I think he expected me to maybe do that through ball there. But I pass it back to Zidane, who's got all this pocket of space. In that position there, I can see the Varane's out of position. We'll watch it back again because sometimes it does that. See the counter attack one more time. Quick passing. In that position, beautiful goal. Okay, what could Jambu have done better here? So I don't think Jambu's done anything wrong there. What I would expect with Jambu here is, and Jambu I'm sure would say the same, in this position, I think he could have kept this area marked. He just dives it. It's what I did earlier a few times. Unless you're 100% convinced that diving in and stepping into a certain position is going to get the ball, it's not worth the risk, especially with your centre-back. Yeah, me and Jambu was on a call when we were playing these friendlies. And before, I think when the ball got to here, Jambu said, oh no. And then I scored and he said, awful defending. He just pulled his centre-back out a bit too much. It was nice quick passing by me, but it's just made it a bit too easy for me. You just don't want to pull players out like that. You can do it in your midfield a bit more, but with your centre-backs, you can't pull them out like that unless you're 100% convinced you will get the ball. Then we see CR7 doing a bit of rodeo. Good finish by Cristiano there. It's one of like the risks with the way Jambu plays. Like when he's playing perfect, it's now impossible to keep the ball against him. He presses really well, puts you under a lot of pressure. But if he makes a mistake, it can cause stuff like that. It's been a general tip for the last few years of time not to dive in on FIFA, but even more this year. Because if you dive in on this game where the pace matters more, players are making better runs, you really get punished. So like I said earlier, getting your pass accuracy up is a great way of improving. Not diving in is an amazing way to improve as well in this game. See here, I tried to just stand my ground there. I didn't pull anyone out because I wasn't sure I'd get the ball. There, I didn't get the ball, but as soon as I saw Vieira was there and he was going that way, I kind of tried to move over just to cut off the pass to Del Piero. I feel like I could have got the ball there, but I'm just trying to put him under pressure. Trying to make it hard for him. Great tackle by Nelson. Like there, I dove in knowing that if I missed, it wasn't the end of the world. Because sometimes you do have to take risks to get the ball. It's always about calculated risks, though. That was nice by Neymar. So like there, on the last game, I wouldn't have, as in FIFA 20, sorry, I wouldn't have played that pass, but on this game, freestyle, weak foots, you can easily make passes like that a lot of time. On the attack there, Jambu probably, like there, I did the exact same. With these type of attacks, you have to look at who your opponent's controlling a lot more. If your opponent's controlling someone in a certain area, unless you bluff them and let them dive in, then pass it past them, you have to be very careful. So many times people kind of just ignore who their opponent's controlling and just pass it right into them. That there is awful by me. Not this bit here. We'll rewind. What am I doing here? I'm trying to dive in, calculate, thinking I'll take a big touch, but it's too big a risk, and I just allow him to get down the line with Mbappe. Luckily, I've got a good team, so I've got someone like Desai who can step in. CR7 wins the header there, but it's probably from Jambu just a little bit. That he's not consistent enough going for a cross like that, to be honest. When CR7 hasn't got a lot of space. For me, crossing you more do when there's a lot of space for a player. Or the driven cross is on this game. Awful touch by Zidane there. Zidane did some amazing stuff, but then some awful touches at times. Okay. Great attack by Jambu. Not the best defending by me. Here, I just didn't get my midfield back quick enough. I need to get this midfield back. Put them in position. Because when I don't, I just end up doing stupid stuff. They're not in position. In here, you can see that they're not really doing a lot. And then there, my fullback gets sucked in. But if I'd have pulled one of these guys here, the fullback wouldn't have had to be. Great attack by Jambu. We'll watch that back one more time. See, like I said, the midfield's just not really doing it. They're just passengers here. There, nice by Jambu. Done the flare pass. Easy goal for him, and I just made it too easy. I don't really use the sprint button unless there's a lot of space that opens up. I think that's another thing people do far too much. There, good defending by Jambu. In this type of position, you need to make sure that when you're playing against people like Virgil or for Jambu playing against Vieira, you give them a bit more respect. Like you can't just turn into them like you can normal players. Not sure why that's come up. See, you see there, one of the things I was doing nice. Not sure that's supposed to come up. In that position there, I was trying to make sure I just recycled the ball, slowed it down, made it hard for Jambu to keep getting the ball. If there's nothing on guaranteed, and I think Jambu's going to defend it, may as well keep the ball and make it harder for him. There, it wasn't the best pass by Vieira. I don't really know why he made it that bad. I think he's got good passing, but it was first time. But I think for me, it was worth the risk because if it came off, I'd probably score. Appreciate the bits, Harold. Hope you're doing well, man. Stupid pass by me, that. Too risky. There's no need to play a pass like that. Play it around the edge of the box, but there, don't play it in your own half. I think there, when I pass there, I think from memory I did pass there, but there's a bug on this game where sometimes the passes just go into stupid positions. See there, I pulled Vieira in because it meant that he couldn't play the pass to CR7. And if he tried to play the pass in behind, I was pretty confident that Van Dijk was going to cover it anyway. I wouldn't say don't sprint, I'd just say don't sprint as much. Do it more so when necessary. When you sprint, everything you do is just going to be worse. Okay, this was nice play. Jambu said it was awful defending, but I thought it was pretty good attack. I think there, to be honest, he's pulled out Varane a bit too quick. Like, Varane should be here. You don't really want to pull your centre-backs out of position too much. You ideally want your CDMs covering here. Good pass by me. And there, the problem for Van Dijk and Jambu here is if he doesn't come here, I'll just go up there. And when he comes here, even though I didn't go there, I thought I could quickly turn and hit it. Yeah, a lot of goals often do come from people not recycling possession well enough, going for something stupid. The amount of times already in this game alone I've given the ball away stupidly. Way too many. And eventually you do get punished for it. Yeah, on this game, it's very easy to break past the centre mids or CDMs if you attack quick enough. See there? I put Jambu under a bit of pressure and moved the fullback in. And it forced him to pass the ball quick. When he did that, he gave it away. Yeah, exactly, Zeka. If you don't have the ball, you can't score. If you have the ball... I don't know why the ref blew there. Watch this back. What is the referee doing? Look at this. It's Wijnaldum against CR7, so I have the pace on him. Playing the through ball. I think CR7 gets in there. Why is the ref blowing there? The referees this year, man. They make some questionable decisions. Appreciate you tuning in. XTV. One of the things you'll see there is look at this. 95%. 95%. Top players tend to consistently have really high pass accuracy. 95%, if you do the maths, means that I miss 1 in 20 passes. Same for Jambu. If you have 90%, you miss 1 in 10. If you have 80%, you miss 1 in 5. One of the big differences as you move up ranks and get better at the game is that people have better pass accuracy. Because they're not giving the ball away as much, not giving the opponent a chance to score. Yeah, player switching is one of the biggest skill gaps as well, Dave. Yeah, I like the game this year, but the refs could do with patching a bit. See here from the kickoff, I'm trying to switch to Vieira, just covering this area. Big tackle by Patrick. That's coming back to the refs. Apparently he thinks it's a foul. Good pass by Vieira there. In that type of position, you want to make sure that you do get cut past the midfield. If you see a pass from here where you can just go through. No, it's fine. Keen on it. We're going to be doing these every week at 7 PM UK. See there, I'm just doing a few tricks. Trying to make Jambu not sure where I'm going. I don't even know if I did something wrong there. If that's just insane by Virgil. Again, I guess it comes back to what I was saying earlier. Don't play in the same way when you're next to like a Vieira, Van Dijk, Gullit, players like that. Because they have this outrageous hitbox and you have to be really careful. See here, I'm just backing up. I'm trying to stop Mbappe, I think it is, getting in down here, so I'm kind of just covering it, making it a bit hard for him. Yeah, every Tuesday. See here, I see there's a bit of a gap up there, and my fullback's just getting sucked in a bit, getting into a position where he's just going to give a bit too much space. So I kind of just move him over. One of the best ways he can defend, it's only something I really see people at quite high level do, is lots of like micro switching where they quickly move, little micro movements, move their team about, and just cover all the gaps. A lot of people think, oh, if I just control one player, the CDM, and just stand around here, it'll be alright. It can work, and it probably did work better on previous FIFAs, but on this FIFA, you won't get away with it as much. And then Jambu's Del Piero does the job for me and tackles Jambu. A little drag back in the midfield. I don't think the drag back's as good in the box this year, but it is still good in the midfield where you've got a bit more space. The lights make my eyes hurt. See, I'm just doing lots of 1-2s. I probably should have through balled it straight back there, but the run he makes in behind useful. Play a bit safe there, so I don't think I'm going to get in for sure. See here, I'm just playing safe as much. I'll say that and then I'll lose the ball. But I was trying to keep the ball and wait for something to open up. Jambu defended it really well. I didn't look close enough to see who he was controlling there. Big win by Desai, and then I go backwards just to play it safe. Not too much, Liam. If I see that they go team press, I'll go to my ultra defensive tactic and really try to be a bit more careful. They're good defending by Jambu, bad decision by me. Shouldn't force a through ball there, especially when you're winning. You want to play a little bit calmer, not force things. See there again, I controlled the fullback, got him in behind. You don't want to give up easy through balls. Offside, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That was a bit risky from me, but I was pretty confident. See there, as soon as you know someone's going to commit, a ball roll's a pretty good way of getting past them. Bit silly by me that. I thought CR7 at the back post. Somewhat as well in these friendlies, we do try kind of experiment things, but it weren't the best decision. Well, I think Jambu's going to start doing team press, so you might see that. I think my tactics are on YouTube, if you want to see the players in box. I think it might be 5 or 6, but good play under pressure here. When people start to press you more, one of the best ways to deal with it is just try as much as possible. Look who's got the most space. It's a good read by Jambu that, but I think it's probably also a combination of team press. This, go back and watch this. This was an awful offside trap by me. I don't even know what I'm doing here. The offside trap itself's okay. But then I go to mark him. I should have just run up. I nearly conceded because this was stupid by me. I think Jambu maybe should have run it in a bit more and shot. I think he could have taken it towards goal. Or if he's going to shoot from there with Del Piero, maybe finesse it. But awful defending by me. I just went, yeah, just switched off. And then, yeah, I had a mad minute here. I had to settle down. Here, I should probably switch it here to this left back now. I have a thing where I love to play out the back. And 99% of the time, playing out the back is the best way to play on FIFA, in my opinion. It's not like real football, where there's 90 minutes and you want to get out the back, so it's hard to play out the back as much. If you, the higher level you get FIFA, generally the better you will be at playing it out the back, because you just keep the ball possession. Here though, like, Jambu's put team press on. If you look at the radar, every one of his men are right close to my players. Like, they're so close that I don't have really any easy options. But I should probably just boot the ball pitch and just not give anything stupid away. And when I do that there, like, that was like about as close as it could have been. That was pretty lucky for me there. Well, not pretty lucky. It was very lucky. I'll use the radar a lot more in a game like this when I'm team pressing. Got away with that again. I don't really think that was a foul. I do struggle against team press on this game, especially when it's someone like Jambu who's very good with it. A lot of it involves left stick dribbling, trying to find the players in space. I didn't even aim there. I went up to the centre back, I think. You see, I try and move the ball a bit quicker, but it's so hard because his men are just constantly on you. Yeah, in that position. Let's watch it again. I'll probably dive in a bit there. Here, I should be switching to him and going there a bit quicker. I don't really think Desai should be beat that easy, but I do switch a bit late. Jambu's really good at those step overs. It's made a bit easier for him than it should be. Do I team press on defence? I don't really use team press unless I'm losing late on, because it does drain stamina and is a bit risky. Get a bit lucky there. See, they're trying to break the midfield. Quick pass, find the man in space. Okay, as soon as I get there, we just do a quick ball roll. This is a really good, really good way of beating team press. Quick passing, and then here, I already know here that I can do this pass. I'm looking at Pele, and I know Zidane can cut these three players out of the game with that pass. So these three are already taken out of the game by that pass. So I pass there. I see Pele's making that run. Pass there. And then once we get there, in this position, I think the keeper is too close for me to shoot. So I know I ball roll it. And when I ball roll it, in this position here, the keeper commits to the ground. It's an easy open net. Ball roll one-on-one, if you're confident with it and get the timing right, is pretty much a guaranteed goal. Great movement by Pele there in particular. That was really good. Again, Jambu's on the team press, so it's going to be pretty hard. On this one here, I'm trying to switch to Desai. I was pressing switch lots and it wouldn't let me switch to him to get close, and then don't know what happened there. It seemed to freeze. Watch it again. I probably should have just kept control of Desai, to be honest. I think I was trying to cover that there. But yeah, I was trying to switch back and I just couldn't. Then good play by Jambu. It's pretty tough to defend that, especially from the kickoff. But we've got a few minutes left. We always can rely on a bit of 90th minute potentially. Surprised Van Dijk got beat there, but recovers just about. That's one thing Vieira is good at, just putting his body in the way, getting involved like that. I get pretty lucky here. Here, as soon as this happens, you either want to ball roll or do a running fake shot. I choose to do a running fake shot, thinking that if it goes through, I'm probably going to score. Don't really get what Jambu's defender's doing. So Jambu gets very unlucky. I ball roll again, thinking he's just going to keep bringing his keeper out. And then once he's moved to keeper, it's just an easy goal. Jambu there, I don't think did that much wrong. The ball bounced quite a few times my way. Get pretty lucky, but you take it, you know. And then there, the ball roll makes a nice angle. Once he's moved his keeper, it's going to be pretty tough for him. But you see, a few times I've got out of the team press simply by just quick 1-2s, quick through balls in behind to the pace. Then when I get near the keeper, ball rolls are a good way to beat them. Okay, that looks like that's pretty much the end of that game. Do you guys have any questions specific? If there's any Gamerzclass FIFA members in the Discord, feel free to ask questions. If you're watching the stream live now, please ask me any questions, specifically gameplay related. The counterattacks, the best way to prevent them is to switch, drag your men, mark the runs in behind so they don't get the easy runs in behind, or to cut off, instantly press them and stop it, but that's the riskier way. Yeah, now's a good chance to ask any questions you might have. Do you side? Do you mean slide or? Lev, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to anyone from Lev Vinken's stream. If you're asking, do I slide? I don't slide often. Jambu slides a lot, but it can work quite well. It's risky. Anyone who's just joined the stream, we're doing a live session in collaboration with Gamerzclass. I'm analysing pro gameplay, answering questions from the chat, and we'll be doing this every week on a Tuesday at 7 PM UK time. Thank you, Lev, again. Do I use left stick dribbling or agile dribbling? I don't use the agile dribbling often. I might for a very quick turn, but in general I'm mostly using the left stick. How do you cover the wings? The best way I find to cover the wings is just switch very quick to the fullback. I've shown it a few times in this. Switch very quick and try mark it. And you have to just go backwards a lot of time. I think the 4-2-3-1 narrow will be meta every year, to be honest. It's just too good on FIFA. It has everything. Any final questions before we finish, or like I say, we'll be doing these every week. I mean, I'm not. I do it with L2. The free touch roulette this year, I don't know if it was the same buttons last year, but I do it with L2 and the Berber spin. I use them sometimes. Wide passes just to play the ball ahead of people. Not agile dribbling off, it's the contextual dribbling, but you can still use agile dribbling by using R1. Okay, we'll stop recording that there.